Okay. So, a lot of people have this idea with Saturn being in retrograde that this has something to do with people's karma. Not necessarily. When it goes direct, probably. But also keep in mind that karma is something that everybody has. So it's not really necessarily like retribution for you per se. It's retribution for them. However, it is a very powerful thing to take that retribution and kind of like apply it to your mindset. So I pulled a few astrology cards here. The first card that we have is Chiron, which is healing. We have Leo, I am, and we also have Neptune, which is asking for sacrifice. A lot of you are going to need to step into a place of healing your inner child. I've been getting downloads of like this stage as a seer, like things come in very complicated in a sense, so a lot of things have to unfold. But as it stands, I feel like inner child working is very important. Your imagination is very important. So tapping into those aspects of yourself, they're going to bring about something that's going to identify yourself. Now, Saturn is in retrograde while it's in Aries. Cardinal signs are usually, this is the basis of astrology, it's not talking about you as a whole as an individual, but cardinal signs are in competition with fixed signs. So I think a lot of you who are fixed might be in a bit of an understanding here. I'm a Taurus, so I'm fixed. But I'm also on the cusp of Aries. So this shadow side of Aries is kind of going to be brought forth for me as well. Trying to upkeep validation in that competition will burn you out if you are representing yourself on somebody else's stage. I'm going to pull some tarot cards just to see what we can get. Can we get some clarification on what we need to heal, please? And thank you for the whatever. We have 3 of Cups. Where you decide to place yourself. Where your alliances are going to be really important to understand. Because they're celebratory, not welcome in. We have the Ace of Coins, manifestation, beginning your startup of looking towards a direction that's going to benefit you. We have the Queen of Wands. Hi, Queen. Again, you don't want to burn out. You want to keep a steady flame. Just because something is big and engulfing, eventually it engulfs what it needs to engulf. And it feeds upon everything until it burns out. And when it burns out, there's nothing left. You don't want to be that. You want to be a continuous, steady flame. That's how you want to envision it. You could even do like manifestations. This card's 5 of Cups. Okay, in reverse. So like all the things that have just, you're kind of looking at them in this moment and you're like, oh well. And if you're not, if you're still focusing on this 5 of Cups energy where you're looking at everything, step into this a little bit. Be like, you know what? Yeah, it is what it is. Time to move forward, right? Time to move forward. We have the Moon, concealments, secrets, 6 of Wands. But also the Moon can also be representing, because the Moon has been really much in this period of like intuition. So maybe you could tap into some, if you're a seer, you can tap into some of your abilities a lot more. Scrying has been really amazing for me lately. So that could be some things that you could keep into mind. Also have the Four of Coins. Yeah, this Saturn's he's going to be giving you some of your manifestations, but he's going to be asking you to restrict yourself a little bit. Well, he's not really going to be asking it. He's going to be watching you and see if you do restrict yourself a little bit. Because if you don't hang on to what you have, girl, you might not have anything when he goes into direct. And we also have the Queen of Swords. Your mind is going to be something you're going to have to really tap into. Your imagination, your mind, your creativity, ways that you can transmute things, not just because you're angry and you light a bunch of candles. No, it's actually going in and doing the inner healing work that's required of this time period. So that when that shit goes direct and it begins to reflect and say, so was all of this necessary? You can look back and find the reason why it was necessary. For you, not for other people. And also, I'm getting the words, if you've been hurt by somebody or if somebody has done something horrendous to you, you don't ask why someone has done things to you. Okay, you separate yourself from it. You realize, oh well. It's kind of like if a shark bites you in the ocean, you don't go back to the shark and ask it why it did that. That's just silly. We have the blessing of oneness. Bring your awareness within and connect to the external you. Love, abundance, and blessings flow to you. Feel a deep sense of peace. Feel the oneness, the clarity, the perfection, and the love that you truly are. I've been feeling very much called to tap into my creepy self. My creepy self. And I haven't really been doing inner child healing. I've been doing a lot of inner teenage healing recently. So that's just been my thing. But it might also be your thing too. Because maybe both of those things go hand in hand with you. We also have life's blessing. Life bestows her blessing. She is a wind of change flowing through you, and that this change is your blessing. Don't try to hold on, no matter how unsettling it may seem, for all will magically transform when the time is right. When you look back, you will see only love. I'm not trying to be this person that's like, go with love, because love isn't really... Love is a different kind of concept. On a spiritual nature, it's fully much different vibe than us as humans morally constructed to be. So, love for yourself is probably the main thing. You know, love yourself. The present circumstances are guiding you to a sacred space inside you from where you will see things more clearly. Look through the eye of the soul and you will find the answer. Yeah, discover yourself. Separate yourself from people who are causing you to be wrapped up in behaviors that you know is not really something that you care about. And what I mean by that is that the behaviors may be fun, but then they're not going to be fun in the end. Keep that in mind. What's pleasurable is asking for love in return. And if it's not going with that, it's going to have a consequence within you. So, I hope that helps.